Hi friends, it's Stephen at Goodie Goodie and I'm making Coke Float Cupcakes. Now an important ingredient in this is cola syrup, and if you don't have that handy, just take a can of Coke and boil it down until you get a thicker consistency. Here we are making the chocolate cupcakes. Start with an egg, add some cola water, which is water with the syrup mixed in, some buttermilk, flour, not sifted. You can sift it if you want. Some granulated sugar, vegetable oil, cocoa powder, and some chocolate chips. And then we finish it off with a little bit of baking soda and a pinch of salt. And mixing it all up with our wooden spoon, which we love to use instead of a mixer. Actually, at Goodie Goodie, we rarely use a mixer for anything. Now pouring the ooey gooey mixture into the cupcake papers, filling them about 3/4 full. This was supposed to be a recipe for 6 cupcakes, but we used jumbo papers or larger, so we only got 5 out of them. And they go in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 22 minutes. Now making some whipped cream with some cola syrup added to use as a filling. And cutting holes in our finished cupcakes. Some people use an apple corer if you have one of those to make those holes. And filling them up with cream. Yum. I have to admit, I love doing this. Nice. Now we're creaming the butter for our icing. Again, this is something that usually people use a mixer for, but we always do it by hand. And it works great. It's especially good for small quantities because, again, making 6 cupcakes, there just isn't that much butter in here. And adding half the icing sugar, mixing it up. And that's getting pretty creamy. Now we take about 1/4 of that and add a little bit of vanilla, and that'll be used at the end when we're decorating. I'll show you why in a minute. And then to our main batch of icing, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of cola syrup. Now a mistake I made is I made the icing too creamy. It should be much stiffer, because when you add this, it just gets a lot lighter and thinner. So I actually ended up, I don't show you this here, but I ended up adding a little bit of icing sugar and put it in the fridge for a few minutes to firm it up a bit. That's a little too thin for what we're going to do with it. And you'll see again in just a second. So we're scooping it with an ice cream scoop, so you want it to be fairly firm still. See, it's not bad now because it's cold. But putting our bigger blobs on top of our cupcakes. Nice, lovely. And then adding our smaller blobs of vanilla icing, which is supposed to represent the foam on top of your float. Yeah, well, it looks pretty good. It's pretty authentic. and putting a cherry on top to finish up. Now, confession time here, I only had 3 cherries. So magically made 2 of our cupcakes disappear. And added decorative straws to each one. This really completes the look, and we just cut our long straws in half. And here we are. Coke Float Cupcakes. Beautiful. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.